Let's get started. So, this case, we are going to be taking a look at patch salts. I think I've had you here at least one time on the critique stream. However, if it happened, it was such a long time ago that I honestly forgot. And then I know I missed you last week. So, I know you got two VODs here for me today to look at. We're going to have one Falco, one Rob. Just an FYI, unless like you're playing the same person, they switch multiple characters. Generally better to have like multiple games against the same player, but I imagine this is Elite Smash, so you're not always going to have the luxury of just choosing exactly how often they play against you, which that I'm fully aware of. So we'll be taking a look at these. Overall, Falco Duck Hunt, not that bad of a matchup. It's just that Falco is one of those characters that has a really, really good anti-Duck Hunt game in the fact that he can mess with your can really easily. In fact, he probably has like the best tool to deal with can. However, it's one that you can bait out and you can punish. So it's not like it completely wins the game in neutral for him. So pretty much what you do is you got to mind game the way that he's going to play Reflector. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can bounce the can off the top of the reflector, which makes it fly too far to interfere with you. Or you can make the reflector whiff, so then that way you can just punish as it's going into him, and the can isn't used against you. So both are really good options. Just find whatever comfortable for you and what works better against your opponent. So with that being said, let's pause this and let's see what we got ourselves into. So obviously it's only one game. Real quick, small battlefield, definitely not a bad stage to go to. If anything, I feel like having the large blast zones, kind of, at least on the sides, I think it kind of helps out Duck Hunt a little bit more in this matchup. Because Falco's edge guarding against Duck Hunt's really good. There's kind of no getting around that. It's just he's absolutely amazing at kind of messing with Duck Hunt's recovery. However, the more time that Duck Hunt has to set up against Falco, the better it is for him. So in that respect, that's how I kind of see that. Also, the bottom the stage itself isn't any bigger or smaller than like FD or regular Battlefield, so that's really a non-issue. And the fact that there's no top platform means that Falco can't really combo you off the top and potentially get some really cheesy early kills that way. So in that respect, that kind of helps you too. I don't think Duck Hunt's able to ladder Falco for a kill. Like I know on Yoshi's Store you can. I don't think you can exactly do that on regular Battlefield. But regardless, because the ceiling is short, that helps Duck Hunt kill Falco more than it helps Falco kill Duck Hunt, since Falco is a little bit more concerned about killing off the sides. So if anything, I think this is a really good stage for Duck Hunt in this matchup. It's not bad for Falco, but I think there's a little bit more of an advantage going in for Duck Hunt into the stage versus what Falco gets. So if you can start here, which I honestly wouldn't be surprised, most Falcos being okay with striking here, this is probably a better stage for you than it is for him. So I would definitely try to do that if you're ever in a tournament. That's for sure. All right, let's go. Oh, there's no music. Okay, we are going to continue this then. Let me just turn this down a little bit. And restart it. Okay. Overall, summoning Gunman here doesn't really do much, because like you're sure you can pressure this, but generally speaking, especially against Falco because he's so slow, this is kind of just like wasting a turn. It's not going to pressure him at all, and it's not like it's really going to open up anything for you. Like you're much better just like either getting closer to approaching him or you just summon a can. This doesn't really do anything. It's better than doing a pigeon though. I will say that. Yeah, so real quick, if you ever have Falco up tilting your shield, just grab him. It's not even remotely safe. Because as you can see here, also because you're a short character too, it's like it ends up being kind of worse for him. So like that one can, so just to show again, if you look at hit 1, so this part hits your shield, but there's no way this hits Duck Hunt. So after that first hit comes, just grab him, because that move is -12. So we're a character that is able to do that pretty easily. And that's why you don't really use Pigeon in this matchup. Yeah, you don't really want to use Nair in an instance like that. Because, like, basically Nair, and especially drifting into Falco, that just makes it easier for you to punish. So, like, if you did a... let's move back. So, if you did fair, and, like, you just, like, fell straight down, more than likely he probably wouldn't be able to grab you because of the pushback. And because, like, the duck kind of retreats, where in this case, you kind of throw yourself right into him, and that makes it easier for him to grab you. So that's something that you want to do. What's up, Donuts? You actually could up smash out of shield, but you need to have perfect timing for that one. So down air's not true out of that. That one you can air dodge. But he's able to do, like, nair, back air he's able to get, if you, depending on the DI. Up air you can definitely get. So yeah, like neutral air is frame 3, frame 7, frame 9. Down air is frame 10. I'm pretty sure you're able to air dodge before that comes out. So the way that you want to use get up attack is get up attack should always be a reaction. So I'll kind of show it right here. So what you do is you wait. So if you didn't do that, he was going to do this down air anyway. So the second you see Falco do jump and you see that spark and you see like his feet move like this, that's when you hit get up attack. And then that way, most likely you would hit him, but he did the drift back there, so that's how you whiffed. And that's the thing. Against somebody with a reflector, just Clay Pigeon's going to do nothing, so don't even bother with it. Also, let me see. Does he have... I don't think they have, like, how Okay, yeah, so just to kind of reiterate, too, this thing is, like, -19, -14 on shield. So most of the time, you should be able to drop shield and then, like, jab him. Other punishes might be a little bit too slow, or if not, do, like, down air out of shield. Because I think down air is just fast enough. So down air is... Yeah, so down air is frame 14, so... If you get the -19, you can do it, but if you get the -14, then you can't. So it kind of depends. Oh, you're going to learn to drive soon? All right. So yeah, those are the kind of two ways you can punish Phantasm. If he's behind you, if he's in front of you, you can just grab. You don't even have to think about it. Yeah, also don't use F smash like that. That's a grab. So Falco's Fair is not safe on shield. So when he does the landing hit, it's like -10. So generally speaking, you should be able to grab that. Yeah, shield grabs frame 10. So if you time it properly after he does the landing hitbox, you can grab it. Yeah, so that move's really good. It can beat out a lot of things that we have, and it's really good for gimping Duck Hunt. So just keep in mind, if you're off stage around like 130 and he's got fair, you're probably going to die at that point. Yeah, no, that's for sure. Okay, so this is super fake. Like right there, you could have just done like a down angled F tilt to him, or you could have just jumped off and like hit him with Nair or something. So this is what, yeah. So when he first starts up Firebird, you'll see there's actually no hitbox. And then this is what it looks like. It just kind of like flashes. So you can just kind of poke his head if you really want to. And then there we go. So the only hit that's good is like this one random last hit, but the hitbox itself doesn't start until frame 20. So if you ever see Falco off stage like that, just go ahead and hit him. Oops. Yeah, I think we're right around here. I'll go back. Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's exactly where we're. So yeah, like right there, you could have literally just like hit him with F tilt. If you're lucky, F smash would have clipped him, but down smash also would have been good too. Down smash would have forced the stage spike, and I don't think he would be ready for that. So that probably would have been the best option to go for. No, Falco is so much better in this game now. There's so much that they changed. Like, the general idea of him's kind of the same, but, like, he's actually a character now. Yeah, you don't want to be using F smash like that. Like, one thing that I'm noticing is, like, you're not setting up anything. You're kind of you're just kind of chucking projectiles and hoping they work. See, that's the reason why, like, Gunman's not really great. So if you're not approaching with Gunman, then you can't punish him. So let's play this scenario again. So there, Gunman. Now, at this point, you should tell yourself, okay, he's going to just try and reflect this. So what you do is, like, you full hop above, so then that way the Gunman won't hit you. So if you do that full hop, you'd be over here, he'd be grabbing the reflector, and then you drop down and fair him. See, that's useless. Like, if you clipped him, you might have killed him, but you probably wouldn't at this space either. And see, look, like, when you're using a gunman like this, and like he can just reflect it, and you're not approaching, he's literally kind of invalidating anything that you can do at this point. You need to approach as Duck Hunt when you're throwing these things. Otherwise, he could just like sit back and reflect for days or shield them, and like nothing's gonna happen. You don't follow it. What are you comparing K-Roll to? Are you comparing it to Falco? I don't know if that's really a good comparison. So yeah, basically, like, yeah, when you have a scenario like this, like, you need to bait out the reflector, you need to punish it. So, like, either use cans to bait the reflector out, whether it's hitting your can or whether it's not, or you're baiting out the reflector with Gunman. Those are the two ways that you use it. So for in this matchup, Orange Coat's like kind of your worst enemy just because you can't really do the bait as well because he shoots too fast. The other ones are slow enough that you can do it. You're really close to getting that. This is useless. Like, he's going to get back now for free. And also, that roll was really bad. Basically, you let him get back to the stage even more. Because, like, if you're over here, it's hard for Falco to get around you. But when you do that roll, he can literally just hit jump or roll, and he'll get around you. And you having your back turned to him in this scenario does not do you any favors either. You being right here is literally the strongest thing you could ever do. Because if he jumps, you can respond to that with a back air, or you could respond to it with an up air, depending where he goes. If he rolls, then you can either do down angled F tilt to kill him or up smash to kill him. If he does get up attack, you can run up smash. If he does standard get up, you can just grab him. So you want to stay where Falco is right now. That's where you want to be as Duck Hunt whenever you have your opponent on the ledge. Never ever do this roll. That roll is actually the worst thing that you could ever do in that situation. Also, burning your jump there, not a great idea either. The other thing, too, is because like you didn't use any options, that was actually pretty easy for him to spike. Yeah. So that is one thing that you can do. Falco has like a couple of strings that just aren't true. But normally like the F-tilt combos at this point, I don't think he can get the... I think he might be able to hit you still, but I don't think he can kill you just yet. Unless you're at the very ledge. And don't jump on top of Falco. That's a terrible decision. Falco has a lot of really, really good anti-airs, so you need to make sure you're maneuvering around him properly to the sides. Again, you're not really paying attention to when you're using your gunman. So look at this. So if you decided to gunman him after doing that F-tilt, I mean, he kind of wasted his opportunity by jumping here. But after that F tilt, Gunman was probably like one of the worst decisions that you could probably make here. Because all Falco had to do was like, he could just like wait for that option and then like drop shield and F smash you. Like, this is how vulnerable that you're making. And he's right here. So it's not like he actually has to run to you before it. This is like one of the least safe options you could possibly do. Because like even at least with Clay Pigeon, if you went for a grab, that would at least beat it out. And if he hit you, if you had a Clay Pigeon at least would interfere with him. This is zero interference. He can just get around this and hit you. So make sure you're never using Gunman right next to your opponent. Again, he's at 30%, so even landing that F smash does nothing. Like, you get like the least amount of damage because he connected one hit. And not only that, you're putting yourself at a much greater risk. And the rewards are not even worth the risk that you're going for. So, like, you know, grab would get you a lot of damage. That's pretty safe. Or you could just jump back and then fair him, which that would lead into a grab or another fair. So that'd be more damage. And you'd get him straight at the ledge itself, so you can set up a ledge guard at that point. So make sure you're not using F smash. You're not using your smash attack at these lowest percents. Like, it's nonsense to do it. Also, when you practice this matchup, just learn the timing for the illusion, and you can just keep hitting him over and over again. It's a really easy thing to practice in training mode. Yeah, you at least waited for that air dodge, so that was good. Yeah, so up tilt back air is a true combo that he can use to kill you. So that is one thing you need to look out for. Let me see what percentage you were at. So I don't know the percentage myself. Yeah, okay. So if you're around 80%, that's when you got to look out for that. I think it lasts for like, I think there's like a 15 to 20% range for that to work, at least for it to be true. So it lasts a decent amount of time, but as long as you're aware about that, you can avoid it. And it's mostly going to kill you at the ledge too. If you're center stage or cross stage, should live it.
All right.
But yeah, overall, a lot of things you need to work on just in that one match. You clearly don't have an understanding of how to play against Falco at all. Because like when you're just chucking projectiles and Falco's just sitting there and reflecting, literally there's zero way that you're ever going to beat him. What you need to do is you need to make him realize that throwing out Reflector is not safe, and him using it is going to be a free opening for you to get a punish. That's what you need to practice doing for this matchup specifically. So learn to bounce the can off the top so that way it can't be used against you. Use less Clay Pigeon, because Clay Pigeon is literally, the auto counter for that is just a reflector because it's too laggy for you to actually punish or do anything. And then Gunman, learn how to approach to bait out the reflector when you use Gunman, so that way he can't automatically use it and he has to respect the pressure that Gunman's using. So when you get those things down, this matchup will become a lot easier. And also practice edge guarding him. Like if there's two characters that you should learn how to first edge guard, it's Fox and Falco. They're very easy to practice against just because they have one of the most limited recoveries out of the entire cast. And the cool thing is, like, by just using CPUs, you can practice on how to edge guard them specifically, just because the second they commit to up B and side B, that's it. Like, they can't change up their timing or anything. They are committed to how long and the distance that those moves go. So definitely go back and practice those things. So next up, let's check out your set with Rob. Yeah, no, definitely do. I forgot who it was, but like there was one, let me check my videos real quick. Okay, so if you want to learn, go to Bork and Beans. Just watch this set right here and watch the Falco game specifically. Bork and Beans or Sparky, he played the matchup terribly. He did an awful job with it. But I talk about the strategies that you use to beat out the reflector over there. So that's kind of the reason why you want to look at that one, because like I actually use video examples of how it works. You probably did watch that stream live, but I would say go back and check that one out. And do this real quick. Okay. Okay, yeah, so definitely go back and watch that one. Again, you just left yourself super vulnerable, but, you know, good thing is you low profile, so that's how the laser beams missed you. So, Rob, the thing that you need to keep in mind about him is he's going to be using Nair to land basically nonstop. And the way that you get around that is you punish him before the move comes out, or you punish the area that the hitbox is in. So check this out. So the move is slow. It comes out frame 14, so you can actually up air him pretty easily if you're in the right space. Well, I did not realize his hurt box is that bad. That's so much thicker than he actually is. So it first starts off below, so it's pretty good at least like defending himself at first. But it's only underneath him for like 2 frames. After that, it's above, and then it goes in front, and then it ends there. So this is mostly the part that Rob mains will land with, is like these last couple of frames here. Which, this part's very active. So this part's very good. But you want to catch him during this part when he's doing the cartwheel. So if you can like up air him during this time, that's really good. Or if you can get behind him and hit him, that's really good. Or in front of him, depending on what part of he's at, that's good to do. But otherwise, you're looking to parry this move because it is -4/3 when he lands. The other thing too is Duck Hunt specifically, you can actually throw out Clay Pigeon, and if it breaks on him, then you're good. Or you can use like Gunman to help set up a punish on him when he lands. Rob's not that bad. It's just that like he has some things that are good against like the normal stuff that you do as Duck Hunt. But once you learn it, it's not too bad. It's because like Rob's one of the easiest characters to kill. So yeah, like that's terrible. No, don't do that. Like this is one of the few instances where I say instead of doing F smash, do Clay Pigeon there. So look at this. So he committed to the Nair all the way up there. Like he was doing Nair all the way up here, and he started fast falling. So you knew that he had to land with Nair at this instance because that move lasts way too long. So if you buffered Clay Pigeon right here. God, I don't know why this player's being really funky right now. So yeah, if you buffered Clay Pigeon right there, this would just land and hit him right here. Whether it hits a shield or him, just depends when it comes out. And then you would have gotten a huge punish. And it also would have caught that roll back there too. And Rob, like you can do like 4 or 5 Clay Pigeon chains against him like super, super easy. He's the easiest character to Clay Pigeon chain besides like the other heavies in my opinion. Like at 80% is basically death percent for Rob if you know how to use your Clay Pigeon combos against him. And that's the thing. You don't do Clay Pigeon when he jumps. You wait for him to jump, and when you see him press the Nair button and you see the animation start, that's when you do the Clay Pigeon because that will catch him landing down. Yeah. Yeah, so you have to learn. If he does that on your shield, just be ready to spot dodge or hold shield longer. Because otherwise, like, he's going to have, like, advantage over you at that point. Yeah, it's kind of a little tricky to grab the gyro. I haven't really practiced it with Duck Hunt, so I can't really give you tips on how to grab it. But one thing that I know that you can do is, like, you can jump and do an aerial above it, and then you can grab the gyro that way. Also, that's terrible. Up throw doesn't combo into anything. Down throw, you can at least combo into up air or fair, depending on his DI. So that's the throw that you want to do there. And if you're not trying to go for the combo, just throw him off stage. Yeah, so it's like all about knowing exactly where he is in the air in order to punish him. Also, you're not watching the way that he's drifting, so that Clay Pigeon was really bad. See, okay, what you just did there is exactly what you need to do against Falco, is you throw Gunman and then you jump and approach, and then you like punish the end lag of whatever they're doing. Of course, there you're a little bit too far. That's the general idea of how you use Gummin to punish, like, people that are trying to hit your Gummin or trying to reflect it. That was kind of a bad move, because, like, if you did Nair fall down, you can actually hit him on the top. So you want to see how that hitbox looks like. So, like, yeah, this is how it looks. It's just there, but you can hit the top of him pretty easily. Yeah, you almost got the thing there. Yeah, so in that case, you could have definitely air dodged there. That didn't look true. Also, learn how to DI that. It's kind of weird. Also, you completely botched that. Like, you actually had the back air to kill him if you did it, but no. You used your jump and you clay pigeon off stage, so just make sure you're a little bit better on your execution there. Again, if you're going to use Clay Pigeon, make sure you know your combos for that. Because, like, right there, you basically wasted the entire advantage that you got off of that. That was terrible. That was, like, the worst mistake that you could do right there. What you had right there was the ledge setup. So all you need to do is just leave the can right there. Don't do anything. You eliminated the entire ledge pressure that you had there. You now have no setup going into this whole ledge situation. Yeah, I figured as much. So make sure you watch my ledge trapping guide, because the fact that you didn't place can there means, like, you don't understand that concept at all. And then you got, like, lucky with that one. Again, like, that doesn't really do you any favors there. Like, go for options that are going to net you a lot of damage. Like, either fair, so that can lead into combos. Grabs, that will lead into combos, or that will throw him off stage. I mean, even in that case, if you went for a smash attack, down smash makes the most sense, since that would send him off stage, and it's like, that and up smash are your safest smash attacks to go for if you ever use them. Oh, this is looped really bad. Again, like, it doesn't really make sense to approach him nakedly, but you didn't even try to challenge him at all. Like, getting a can out would have made a lot more sense, especially since he already uses beam. So watch your opponent so you know when to shield. Because from that distance, it's very easy to react to the laser. Also, make sure you do up air when you're up there, so that way you can move your character again freely. And you always want to avoid that. Like, you don't want to leave yourself to, like, the maximum amount of end lag that you can have on that. Again, you detonated that way too early. You could have had, like, 40% more off of that, and you might have been able to kill him. Again, you eliminated all the pressure that you had there, so that was kind of useless. Like, it's okay to have your can on stage. In fact, you should be doing that, especially when your opponent's nearby. The only time that you want to reset your can is if it has functionally no use to you. Like here, you could throw him to the can. That's not going to kill. You see, like, that's not really going to do anything because he's going to recover low. So instead of, like, setting up a ledge trap here, you just let yourself just get him. You just let him get back for free. Well, that didn't kill you. Okay, at least you're aware of the gyro being there to mess you up. You just let go too early there. Yeah, you just have to hold that thing the entire time. At least I'm pretty sure that's what you did. Let me double check it. Yeah, you let go of your shield. That was your bad. Unless you're trying to parry it, but still, you let go too early. Yeah, no, overall, basically, you kind of have no idea what options to use in what situation, and you have no concept of how these projectiles work. This is the thing, though. I know you can control your can. That's not really the issue. It's just you don't know what to do with the can. Like, the fact that you can up B and you can recover perfectly fine while picking the can, that means you at least have the hand technique to do it. So it's not that you can't or you haven't practiced it. It's just that you need to put the theory into it. So, like, I would say watch the beginner's guide again so you understand why you need to be using fair and when you need to make sure you're using bear. After you got those things, I would say actually watch the 5 beginner tips video that I made. That one will explain a lot. The other thing too is definitely watch the clay pigeon and gunman guide, and you need to watch the ledge trapping guide. For the love of God, you need to watch the ledge trapping guide. It might have been an attempt to roll. I could see that. Actually, no. So by you doing this, so the thing is, you did a shield drop animation. You just did the shield drop. You didn't do the roll. So that's the reason why I know it wasn't that. We'll put this on. So that wasn't you rolling. It's just you dropping the shield. That's what that animation is. But yeah, ledge trapping is like, you need to learn ledge trapping as duck hunt. Just because like without learning that, you're just like severely nerfing yourself. That's not a good thing you want to do. Yeah, I'd say go back and watch the beginner's guide and just kind of understand the functionality of fair. That's kind of the biggest one. Like I noticed you just don't know how to use that. Because if you understand what fair is and how to use it, you'll be using that a lot more than you'll be using F smash, and that's significantly better. You also need to learn how trick shot works. You need to learn how to clay pigeon. But more importantly, trick shot and gunman are more important. So learn fair, learn can, and learn gunman. Those should be your priorities. And also watch the beginner tips video because like there's a couple of other things I highlight in there. Yeah. Definitely do this. Like when you're first starting off, just make it so that you don't use smash attacks. I always think like that's probably like the best beginner's advice that you can give somebody, especially as duck hunt, because like his smash attacks don't want you that you throw out. Like the only smash attack that you should use is like up smash if you're using it to punish somebody as they're landing, or if you're using that as the roll punish, or if you're doing it the clay pigeon combo with up smash. Like just ban all other smash attacks from it unless it's for a combo. Like if it's a true combo, like clay pigeon F smash is a true combo, clay pigeon up smash is a true combo. Those are the only times you should be using smash attacks. Outside of that, just ban usage of smash attacks. So that way you can just like use, you can learn how to use your actual neutral tools instead of just relying on big hits to win you everything. And then you just need to learn how the tools work. They're not easy to learn, but you need to learn them to play duck hunt. Otherwise, it's just like, you're going to gain 0 advantages by playing this character. But yeah, like trick shot you need to learn. Gunman you need to learn. It's not that you don't have the execution for it. Like if you can up B and can for recovery, that means you have all the execution in the world. That's really the only thing that you need to make sure you have. Once you have that, you just need to learn exactly what you're doing with it. Are there any other questions that you have? Yeah, I mean, trust me, it is a lot of information. So I would say focus on one concept at a time and then just pick it up from there. But definitely I feel knowing how to use forward air is the most important one. Okay. Yeah, so focus on using forward air and then after that, go to can next.